Funny talk. That's it. That's the theme song. Fuck you.
Oh, here we are. Hey, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Funny Talk.
It's been a while.
We're back, baby.
It's been a while.
Okay. Thank you. Good job, Cam. So here I am. I am Coconut Buyer, of course. You all know me. Sitting to my left is
Cam the intern.
And to my right is Lauren, the intern. She's back, but unfortunately, sad news. Yuri is unfortunately gone too soon. He was going to make it to the end, but unfortunately he moved away, and we took about 12 years to record this podcast, so a lot can happen in 12 years.
He'll be back too. Like, this is just a hiatus.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, no, Yuri, the door is always open to Yuri to come back, but also he didn't sign the non-disclosure agreement, so fuck him.
Yeah. Do you think maybe he, thinks he's Roger, or, do you think he's having some kind of psychosis where he's watched too much Doug?
He's watched too much Doug, and now he thinks he's one of the characters.
Well, he has kind of, gone off the rails with certain theories, so...
He has. I think maybe his, our anti-Roger stance has kind of upset him.
Isolated him.
Yeah, I mean, if you identify with a character, when the line can really blur.
Exactly.
And over time, you're in a cartoon.
Also, he was, really not eating, and, his skin was turning green. He was malnourished.
He started wearing a leather jacket.
Yeah, and he had the Macklemore haircut.
Yeah.
Poor Yuri.
It's a good look, though, for him.
No, he does look great. The green skin really brings out his eyes.
Yeah.
So anyways, why don't we get right to it? Get back to old business. We have something special for you, folks. We have actual Doug news. Not just Cam looking up Doug on YouTube or Google News.
Yeah, I've decided to stop doing that. That's no longer part of the show.
That is, you kind of milk that teat dry, if I could say.
I learned a lot, though, about the news. That was my only news source for a long
time. It was
What's
the number one news source for Laura.
Well, that's great. Well, here we are. We have actual news from Entertainment Weekly.
That's like a sexy site.
That is a sexy site.
For Doug.
So we missed the 25-year anniversary of Doug, as well as Rugrats and Ren and Stimpy.
Dang.
So that's too bad. But, in celebration of that, they released this article about asking, the original creators of these shows what their characters would be up to now and whether or not their shows could ever come back. Because Hey Arnold's coming back. So Nicktoons is looking to revive their old properties, so maybe Doug could come back. Well, unfortunately, Jim Jenkins says that, as we all know, Disney owns the rights to Doug, and it doesn't look like right now that they're going to be going forward with anything new. But Jim Jenkins has not took it off the table. He has died. So, no, he's written a treatment for a revival of Doug. A revival movie, I guess he says.
Ooh.
So, basically...
just what everybody wanted.
Just whatever... Yes.
Finally.
Especially us.
Yeah.
If they bring Doug back this podcast, we'll never end. We'll die.
No.
We'll die doing it.
Yes, exactly. No, this sounds actually kind of up our alleys.
Okay.
Because he says that Skeeter will be Doug's
this is
roommate.
years later as well.
Yes.
This is okay.
Yes. Doug's going to be living in New York as a freelance writer. Skeeter's going to be his roommate, of course.
Right.
Judy's going to be a performance artist off Broadway, he says, which is accurate.
Oh, very accurate.
Yes.
He said just kind of doing weird stuff.
Yeah, doing her weird art shit, putting spaghettis up her vagina. That was a thing we said, right? That was an in-joke we had.
Yeah, we talked about performance art and putting things in your vagina. Yeah, that's not
Yeah, okay.
So, of course.
I didn't just say a weird thing there.
No, well, yeah.
Okay. Then Porkchop would be there. We're not going to talk about dogs and their lifespans, but it'll just let him be. So that's nice.
New theory, Porkchop is immortal.
Immortal.
Well,
no.
he's a revved up dog.
He's a real Tuck Everlasting character, A real Porkchop Everlasting.
What a reference.
Yeah. Well, he was still a dog when Doug was a baby, so he's at least 11 years old in the show. So,
but he's not a dog.
No, he's an immortal being. I guess.
Pork chop is
You know
not
what I
a
mean?
dog.
He's
like
raccoon
Salem.
from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, I was
okay.
gonna say he's like Salem
Although-
from Sabrina.
Yeah.
Kind of like that too.
Although they do say that the raccoon will die, like has a raccoon's lifespan. But you know what I mean? He's all
Yeah.
red.
Oh yeah, he does mention that.
But what about like the cat from Hocus Pocus?
The cad?
The
Oh, the
I
cats.
haven't seen that movie in a while. What happened?
It's like
there's-
some.
Like
there's
what
some
happened in the
kid-
movie?
Okay, guys. Full plot of Hocus
Where's
Pocus.
the
Here we
beginnings?
go. No, let's get back to Doug.
Okay.
Now, why don't we go on a Hocus Pocus tangent for about 20
That
minutes?
sounds
Let's
right up our
real
alley.
quickly get in a
Alright.
Hocus Pocus podcast and then we'll go back.
Hocus
Okay, guys,
Pocus.
BRB.
A Hocus podcast.
Okay, so what was I talking about? Okay, Judy off Broadway show, whatever.
Oh, and it says Jenkins also revealed whether Doug ends up with Patty, but you'll have to check back on EW for that full story on Tuesday.
No.
Fuck
thank
off!
you.
Oh, you know what though? I went into the future and I have that story on Monday. Blah 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 blah. Oh, he says he's written the scene. Jenkins tells EW, referring to one of the major moments which would answer the question Jenkins is constantly asked: whether Doug and his lifelong crush Patty end up together.
It seems like they would. I can't see why they wouldn't.
Wait, what does he say?
He says they don't.
What?
Cool, they shouldn't. Here's the thing.
Yes.
If they knew each other from middle school, or
Mhm.
I guess even before that, until they were like adults who would potentially be settling down with each other,
Yeah.
that would never last. You don't marry the kid you knew from the time you were like
Mhm.
10,
Well, some people do.
and then they hate their lives.
I don't think they do.
Sorry, do you guys have parents? Of
My
many
parents,
years?
my parents have been together since high school.
I feel like
so-
they would be.
Yeah, high
I
school's
feel like they would be
way
a
better.
real,
But
a
why
real
is it-
on and off. Like they would be like on and off for a while, and then
Just
eventually.
like
Yeah.
boxes you in so dramatically.
Mhm.
Anyways,
Yeah. But I guess he says that he goes on a big long story about. You should read the article, everyone. I'll put a description in the show notes.
Yes.
Or a link in the show notes. But basically, it just says that he's gonna meet there's gonna be some other girl that he's gonna be like pouring his guts out to about Patty, and that's the girl he's gonna fall in love with. and
Wow.
marry.
wow.
So great.
I feel like he stole that from somewhere.
Probably.
Really? Where? What do you think?
All the places.
That seems so original to
Mhm.
me.
Every place.
All right, so there's your Doug news, guys. Doug ain't coming back, but maybe he could one day if Disney gave a shit, which they don't.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Doug news. All right,
Doug news.
let's go to comments now. Let's go to comments land.
Do we have a comments theme song yet?
We're never gonna have a comments theme song at this point. Episode 11. Come on.
Yeah, I guess so.
Let's not.
Comments.
Okay, there's their theme song.
That's
There we
it.
go. There we go. Perfect.
1, 2, 3. Comments.
Excellent. Okay. First we got from 5 months ago. Actually, last time we did only the comments from episode 8, but episode 9 has one comment that said, "I stopped listening at this point."
Yeah, because that's when we started talking about like aliens or something.
Okay. Oh, that was the
And,
last episode.
or whatever episode it was. But we
Episode
just
9.
need to.
Not talk about aliens.
We just need to get
Stay
back.
on
We're gonna
top.
stay on
Okay.
top.
Okay.
Kudos to anyone who listens to any podcast for longer
Seriously.
than 20 minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a fucking feat.
Yeah. But okay. But first, can we get our thoughts in on the new Ghostbusters real quick?
No.
No.
Okay.
All right. So, Cream Believer 5 months ago has written,
It's our boy, Cream Beer.
"We love Cream.
Gets me every time.
Glad you guys still doing the show. It's always a day brightener and a great thing to animate to. Just curious, what other podcast did you see me in the Q&A segment of?" And I believe that was the Pizza Party podcast, which I answered to him. And then he also wrote later, "Also, I had a weird obsession with Pepper Ann a couple years ago. I watched all of it, and that show was more than right for a podcast about it."
That show is much too cool for 7th grade. Am I right, guys?
Well, Pepper Ann herself was too cool for 7th grade.
But
I don't
the
know
show
what
as
the show
well.
was. I don't know. I watched that last episode of Pepper Ann.
What's wrong with 7th grade?
Pepper Ann sucks. Am I in everyone in the
Nah,
same agreement
no,
here?
7th
What?
grade. was
I liked
like,
the 7th grade. How old were you in
What?
7th grade? Like
12.
4?
like, I don't know, like
Okay.
5? Like a hard, like 9.
Like a baby?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was okay. Okay, and then we have thank you, Kareem, by the way. We have Iwangif. Awangif?
Yep.
Okay. Awangif says,
Orange.
"This podcast may have had more thought put into it than Doug. I'm gonna be the lame ass and ask if you guys stay on topic. I mean, I dig talk about Ghostbusters, The Witch, and all that, but I want Doug, all the Doug.
Yes,
Well,
we
it's
agree.
not what you get.
Yeah.
Nope.
Sorry.
Nope. Sorry, we're gonna talk about Ghostbusters some more.
So you guys bust any ghosts lately?
Nope, not too much.
All right, well, that's it.
End of Ghostbusters. Dragon555 says, "Did anyone else notice the hand gesture Judy was giving Doug?" And then he posted a link, which I will.
Wait, I feel like we discussed it.
Did we?
Let's go and see what it is.
Let's see.
I do think we did.
Let's see. I'm not connected to the internet.
Okay.
She basically does like the V sign of her hands, which apparently, according to the Wikipedia article, is an offensive gesture in like British countries.
Interesting.
Oh, that's not what I was
It's like
thinking
the
of.
equivalent of the F word, of the fuck word,
But we're
Oh,
not
don't
Of
say
the-
it.
of
the fuck word.
of the fuck finger.
Coconut buyer. Don't
What?
swear. What the heck, bud?
Why would you need two fuck fingers? Like, just use one, like,
Two
in,
fuck
in the
fingers.
USA.
Yeah, because
Fuck
I,
yeah.
USA.
and
Yeah.
I think they have that too. They have the fuck finger there.
Just
so.
one fuck finger.
Yeah, not two.
Well, I
Europeans.
clicked away from the thing, and now the comments won't load. So he had more to that message, but I fucked it up.
That's okay.
I'm sure it was more about like how
Sure
we should
is mean.
stay on topic more and to not be buttholes.
Hey, this is me from the future. So I was listening to the episode back, and I felt really bad that I didn't get to answer Dragon 55. He didn't get to answer the rest of his question, or at least to read the rest of his comment. So he goes on to say, "I'm sorry if I upset anybody with my favorite Doug podcast joke. I do really enjoy this podcast." Well, thank you. I'm sure we were just kidding. You know, we're just joshing around, so no worries, man. And he says, "Also, Yuri completely changed how I think about Roger. When I was a kid watching the show, I thought he was a bully, but watching now, he's mainly only a jerk in Doug's imagination. Maybe the reason why he was so quiet during the return of the journal was he was upset that Doug didn't like him and just pretend he couldn't read the handwriting. You know, I think that's a pretty interesting theory. I think that's pretty good. The other people aren't here, so I'll just pretend to be them and how they would react to what you just said. Wow, that was like really, really thoughtful, really understanding. I'm Laura. Wow, that was really, really cool. Wow, man, you totally blew my mind. I'm Cam. I'm in a band. I'm Yuri, and I'm not in this episode very much, and I have a lot of theories about Doug, but this agrees with me, so I like it. I live in a small town. I have small town sensibilities, and this sounds good to me."
Speaking of staying on topic, let's begin.
Let's
Okay.
begin. That's comments, everybody.
Comments.
So today we're talking about episode 11, Doug's Cooking / Doug Loses Dale. I thought we'd never see Dale again, but he got his own episode.
That's great too. I'm so glad.
No, I'm happy too. That's when I knew
He's
like
my
we
fave.
got to make it to this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here we go. Doug's cooking the first episode.
He's just cooking in class.
Yeah, he starts cooking.
Well,
in
the
class.
whole class starts off. The whole class is just laughing hysterically as Patty is being consumed by whatever kind of food she's making.
Yeah.
And no one really cares. They're all just like, "Ha ha, you're like gonna die." And
No, well, like the oven is overflowing with like flour. Or
yeah,
something.
and
Dough,
she's screaming,
dough.
and Pork Chop and Doug get utensils and fight them, but then they are also consumed.
Yeah.
Now this, so I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting when this scene plays out later. Spoiler alert, does not happen at
Well,
all.
it sort of does, but
Like
not
that-
the same way.
Like the bookend part?
The bookend, yeah.
But
The last scene,
that
but-
part I don't even feel like is
But
I think it's
canon at
real.
all.
No,
It
it's
wasn't
canon.
like a snippet from the
Yeah,
episode.
exactly.
No.
It was like a
his fantasy.
fantasy.
Yeah, that was strange because he just says like attacking. Sometimes cooking is like getting attacked from outer space.
Such a Doug
Is
line.
it what?
Is it?
Yeah.
It's like feels about everything. Okay, let's power through it. So they're in class. They find out they have a cooking assignment. What?
Yeah, it's a
10-year-olds
bake-off.
cooking on their own.
Home ec.
Bake off. You're right.
It's a
They
bake
say
off.
it's a bake off. I remember because then later Roger's like cooking's stupid, and it's like no one said cooking, Roger.
He says cooking's for girls.
Right.
No,
Even
they
more
say that.
offensive.
Yeah, it's like as soon as they say bake off, the girls all cheer.
Cheer.
And
Yeah.
the boys all
I was like,
boo.
"Boo." Do you think that was Jim Jenkins commenting on like how we're all socialized to feel that way, or do you think that he thinks that cooking is for girls.
I think he's a horrible sexist.
I think.
Or even a suggestive.
Well, I think he's implying that. But if you look, but in the episode, like, you find out, like,
Patty
Patty
can't cook.
Patty can't cook.
So
I
he does do a little, like...
No,
he's
totally.
subverting
He's
it.
subverting it. He's not sexist. He gives Patty a pretty good episode.
Yeah.
I feel
I feel like
great.
I know her better than I ever did.
She actually
Yeah.
has flaws now, which
Yeah.
you've never seen
It's
before.
great. I feel like Yuri would have loved that.
Ah,
Yeah,
maybe he would have warmed up to Patty
I think he
mayonnaise.
wouldn't.
But yeah, you're right. Roger does say cooking's for girls, and Wingo doesn't say anything after.
Yeah,
just
well, she
moves
doesn't
on.
have to say anything because later she's like, okay, everyone has a partner. Ooh, except for you, Roger.
Okay,
You're with
me.
me.
Hey.
Do teachers do that though?
I'm sure
Miss
they have,
Wingo
and
does that?
especially with like a child who probably would be like a nightmare.
Oh, you think she
Yeah.
would know? It shows she's like, okay, you're pairing up with me.
I also, it makes sense because he's an adult man.
Yeah.
He should
Yeah.
he should be with the other adult in the
Exactly. That makes sense.
Oh my god, but I
Um,
did laugh, and
yes.
when she said that, all the other kids were laughing, and it felt good.
Yeah,
We're all in it together.
exactly.
So she explains like how she's gonna like pick. She's gonna like pick the partners.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it shows Doug and Patty looking at each other. And I don't know if you guys noticed this really strange student in the background. He's like a man. He's like a guy with like yellow skin. He's wearing He's wearing orange everything. He's wearing an orange sunglasses, an orange hat, I think, orange shirt and orange shorts and orange everything. And I've never seen this character before. Do you remember him at all?
No.
Okay, because
He was an extra that
He's
day.
a background player.
Yeah.
He stuck out like a real sore thumb to me because I've never.
Yeah,
seen
that is a
him before.
mistake
Oh,
for
I
a
wish I-
background person, like, is to wear orange, which is the hunting color, if you want to be, like,
Yeah, he's like
not
supposed
in
to
the
blend in.
background.
But Phoebe and Scooter get picked together. Phoebe's last name is Bluff. Which I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah, she's her dad owns the town. Oh, wait, no, that's not true.
Well, yeah, she's got to be important, though.
Yeah.
But she is important in like Disney's Doug. Her father buys the school or something and makes it in like the image of her head.
What?
It's like her profile of her head. And it's called the
Nice.
BB Bluffs Middle School or whatever.
Nice. They're picked, and all the kids holler, and the class Roger implies that it's romantic.
Yeah.
That BB and Skeeter are together.
Yeah. I never.
OTP? OTP?
OTP.
OTP? Who knows?
I don't think he's. I don't know. I don't think he's right for her.
No,
Is he?
Skeeter's girl needs to be the girl that's dressed exactly like her from episode 2.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Remember?
or something to that effect.
Everyone
Or that
forgets
girl,
that
or that
girl.
girl
No, I
in
would
the
never
shoes
forget her.
episode. That's like, hey, I like your shoes.
Oh yeah, it was totally hidden on her.
They could be
Yeah.
like, a nice odd couple, though.
I could see it.
Yeah.
What did you? Can I go off it on a tangent? Did you guys like when you were kids and the teacher was like, "Hey, I'm gonna pick
Oh, I love that.
partners"? Me too, because I was like, then I can get with the hot guy without looking desperate, maybe.
Yeah. The hot
You know?
boy.
The hot kid.
Yeah.
Never works the other way around, by the way. But
No.
So Doug, I think this is when Doug has his fantasy where he's a French chef on a show called Frying Funny.
oh yeah,
And he says he can make a mean cheese sandwich. Guys, it's called a grilled cheese, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Doug's
does
just
he say
a
cheese
moron.
sandwich?
He says cheese sandwich the whole time, and there are multiple references to cheese sandwiches.
But he's grilling the cheese, so it is a grilled cheese.
It is a grilled cheese, but I just thought that was strange. But
Of course, Doug can only make a grilled cheese.
I
That's
love
like the whitest thing
yeah,
ever.
and I also love how in his fantasy how he cooked the grilled cheese, which was throw it on the pan for 2 seconds, only on one side, and then take it off. And you're like, it's ready to go.
Well, it's his fantasy. He fantasizes about making something in 2 seconds,
I guess so.
which is the easiest thing to make. But whatever.
And then,
Patty.
Doug gets Patty.
Oh yeah, they
right.
they select Patty and Doug to get together. And first, Doug's like, "Yippee!" and Patty's like, "Oh, great!"
Yeah, which is clearly how
Hilarious.
she actually felt.
She was like, fuck.
I just thought it was the funniest moment. It's something you would think it would be in a fantasy for Doug.
Yeah,
But no, it
because it was
actually
so
happened.
real. It was so I got
hilarious.
anxiety a bit. Like I felt so badly for him.
Yeah, I know. Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
just that
I got
split
this loser.
second.
Yeah. But no, she explains she can't cook,
Mm-hmm.
and she invites herself over to Doug's to learn how to
Okay,
cook.
here's the thing. If the problem was that she couldn't cook, then when they announced the project,
Yeah.
she would have gone, oh, great.
Yeah.
But I think she just doesn't want to be with. I mean, of course she doesn't want to be with Doug.
Or she has a crush on Doug. So when
She
she says,
doesn't want.
"Oh, great," she doesn't want to embarrass
Right.
herself in front of
She's
him.
like, yeah, like, oh, great.
I
That's what
know.
she was actually trying to say.
No, I mean she was
Oh.
just like, "Oh, great, I'm gonna make a
I'm
fool
gonna
of myself
embarrass
in front
myself
of a guy I
in
like."
Gotcha.
Yeah, in front of a boy I
'Cause she
like.
can't cook.
Yeah, that's an option.
Possibly.
I thought, and then Roger has a strange line where he says, "These lovebirds are going to play house tonight. Can I be the baby?" What?
Wait, I missed that.
Yeah, he wanted.
So weird.
Can I be the baby?
Do you
So,
think Roger's into that stuff?
There's
Yuri's-
no explanation for that.
Yuri's not with us right now, but I'm
Sadly.
going to pull out a Yuri theory.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps he's saying he wants to be the baby because he has a bad home life and he doesn't like his parents.
Sure.
They neglect him. So he secretly wants to be the kid in a new family.
Sure, I think just generally any kid who's had a bad childhood just wants to regress at any moment.
Or he wants to become an adult baby.
Yeah, which is
I think
the
that's
same
where I'm
explanation
going.
though.
Yeah.
Adult
Yeah.
babies are just adults who want to relive their childhood.
Exactly. I actually listened to a podcast about somebody who was talking about his adult baby lifestyle.
Really? That's so interesting.
It was interesting because they're
Was
just
he doing it as a baby or an adult?
no, well, no, he explained it as he wants to relive just the moment, the feeling of being a child. So he
Mhm.
just does it once a week or once whenever, just being a baby. And he made half of his apartment a baby apartment with a crib
Just
and
half,
stuff.
and then he does
Yeah.
it once a week. That's
Yeah, he
fucking
just invites
reasonable.
friends over and just have a baby party.
Just have a baby party.
Nothing sexual or weird about it. Just having a baby.
Oh, there's nothing sexual.
No. Well, it can be
Man.
sexual, but I don't think he didn't seem very sexual about it. He just
Oh,
likes
interesting.
being a baby.
Fuck it. It takes all kinds.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Roger's one.
The convenience of never having to go to the washroom.
Yeah, that's a real
Well, you
convenience.
do have to go too.
Well, you go, but
Washroom
you can just
inside
go
of it.
anywhere.
Yourself.
I can see the appeal of that.
I wonder though, we've placed that theory onto whatever it was Jim Jenkins was thinking, but
Mhm.
that is a weird decision on his part to put that line.
To add
in.
that line, yeah.
I think maybe just Roger's trying to be.
So it's we need Roger to say something dickish.
It's his
Yeah.
Andrew Dice Clay coming out.
Yeah.
Maybe the actor went rogue.
I gotta put this baby on.
It was Billy West, right?
And he's like,
Yeah.
oops.
But anyway, Roger gets his comeuppance because he's paired with Wingo.
Uh-oh.
That's so
Imagine.
funny. I love that.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay. At Doug's house, this is one of my favorite parts because I paused it multiple times just to make
Mhm.
sure I got everything down.
Mm-hmm.
So at Doug's house, he looks at recipes.
Mhm.
One is a blackened cheese sandwich, which just
Okay.
looks like it's totally burned.
Okay.
Sounds like the kind of cheese sandwiches I make.
Oh,
Really?
And-
Haven't
'cause-
mastered cheese sandwiches yet?
But in the book,
No.
they don't say grilled cheese. They just always
A
say cheese sandwich.
I'm imagining just 2 pieces of bread and a slice of cheese.
Yeah.
in
Maybe
between.
grilled cheese is patented.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
There's a copyright. We got to say something else.
TM.
Why don't we just say it's something other than grilled cheese, boss? No, I'm
No.
Jim Jenkins, and I say cheese sandwich.
What are the other
one was a
recipes?
cheese sandwich. Au gratin. Yeah, that's it. Au gratin.
Gratine?
Which is a technique in which you cook something that has cheese or bread crumbs on top of it. So I guess it's kind of like
That's kind of redundant.
it's like a
Yeah.
grilled cheese with more cheese on top.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And then the other pages were history of cheese. For some reason, that's in the middle of the book.
That's
And,
interesting.
Yeah, get to get
cheese
perspective.
sandwich under glass. And it was a glass of water or something with a cheese sandwich underneath it, which I thought was funny. He's
It's like a coaster.
this doesn't work. And he puts it back into the pile with the other books. And all the other books, do you catch their names? They're all
All cheese related?
They're all cheese sandwich
Oh my
related.
God.
Oh, that's weird.
The the names of the recipe books are The Easy Way Cheese Sandwiches,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Fun with Cheese Sandwiches, Cheese Sandwiches the Easy Way, which is just a switch of the first one,
That's kind of funny. I like it.
and The Wonderful World of Bread and Cheese.
Do you think he owned all
Wow.
these books beforehand, or he
That-
bought them
yeah,
all
I
the
think
day
he did.
before?
I don't know.
Because he fantasized in class before he went home about cheese sandwiches.
Because he was like, I make a mean cheese sandwich. I make a mean grilled. No, he doesn't say grilled cheese.
So it's
I grill a mean cheese sandwich.
So he thinks that he's like, oh, I need to learn how to cook something beforehand, long ago, and he's like, I know cheese sandwiches, so he just buys all these books.
Maybe maybe his
Maybe they're all birthday presents.
Yeah, his parents just have all these cheese sandwich recipes.
He's like,
Maybe in the world of Doug, you don't cook anything without cheese. Is that possible? Then
Oh,
you could
maybe.
Pizza.
I was also gonna say this episode, which is about food,
Yeah.
does not say beets in it. Does not mention beets
They don't.
at
Yeah.
all, and I thought that was
Missed
strange.
opportunity.
Missed opportunity for sure.
Yeah. It was strange. Very
Oh.
strange.
Okay, so they're reading. He's reading the book, and then he goes. When does he go to Dinkins?
He goes Dinks right after. Pork Chop suggests going to Dink.
for help.
Yes,
And
and he
then-
does a Dink impression.
Yeah.
Pork chop does.
Pork chop does?
Yeah, he has like the
Pork
weird
chop!
dink teeth, and it was like
Bad boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he goes over and then Dink's like, I want to introduce you to my pal Julia. Did anyone think Julia was going to be his mistress or like some other woman?
I thought it was
No.
gonna be like his niece or something.
Oof. Like his niece? Quotations or his niece?
His niece.
Okay. I've been watching a lot of Mad Men, so I feel like my brain's at
You
a
just think
very
everyone's
a
mistress.
like, mistress place. But yeah, Julia is a special cooking robot.
It's an AI kitchen.
Yeah.
AI
She
kitchen.
sounds like Julia Childs.
Yes,
She
yes.
sounds like.
That's all I got. Julia Childs.
Yeah, and it really it nags him. Like it's like, make a shake.
Frosty chocolate milkshake.
Yeah, she's like, you're a fat
Doug.
piece of
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. Which is funny because, I guess he didn't program it. He just bought it.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
That
That
must
must,
be
Yeah,
must have
he
been
says
very,
very
expensive.
expensive.
Well, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's his thing. He buys very expensive
Very
things.
expensive.
Yeah, and it has a weird voice, and it makes him eat a carrot. Like what a jokester! This.
Yeah.
Wait, so do you have to load it with like fruit and vegetables and stuff?
I imagine you'd have to load it with things.
Yeah, that sounds like
And
kind of
then
a
it would-
hassle.
And then it would make it for you.
No, that's, I mean,
Okay, if it
that's
makes it for
easier
you.
than not having that.
That's
Yeah.
true. I mean, if you're getting groceries anyways, like
Mm.
that makes sense. Okay.
What, is she going to generate it herself?
Yes, I
Like,
want
grow it?
Yes, I
Actually,
want
that'd
it.
be so cool.
Yeah.
An AI that could also grow your food.
Like a little garden.
Maybe if we lived in Doug's world, by now they would have like a machine that could just grow its own garden for you.
Yeah.
Because like
We
obviously their technology is more advanced than ours.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
And he decides, he gets inspired by the carrot that was given to Dink to make a carrot cake.
Delicious.
I like that. That's
I
a
love carrot
good
cake.
But that's like
So
a good
good.
like story wise, that's a good device. Like the
Yeah.
whole Dink scene
Yeah.
wasn't pointless.
Yeah.
Because it gave him an
definitely.
idea.
Mhm.
Where I feel like in an earlier episode it would be pointless.
My friend recently said something about like, man, whoever thought like to put carrots in a cake was just made a bold move.
Yeah.
And it totally paid
Yeah.
off.
I always
I-
think about okay, I think ice cream is also kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
whoever thought to freeze heavy cream as a delicious
And then they
like,
were like,
frozen
oh wait,
treat.
this is amazing.
Yeah, like these renegades. And it just shows you to make
Yeah,
bold
these
choices.
renegades.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was great. And Patty shows up. And she's a baller. She's like, I didn't realize she played
But she's
basketball.
Yeah.
quite literally a baller.
She's-
Yeah.
She's great at
Oh, the
basketball.
whole time she's like they get the idea later with the
That
spinning
was a
and
good
the
plot
pizza.
device.
And she's but she's also like doing it nonstop, like a Harlem Globetrotter.
Yeah.
It's insane.
She's
Her skill
very
level
talented.
for someone who's 11.
It's really cool. It's
Mhm.
the most attracted I've been to Patty.
Yeah. This.
Yeah, well, he saw
Right?
like he had hearts when he saw her with
Oh,
the
he was
basketball.
oozing hearts.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
his eyelids were like at half mast. He was like so
loving it.
horny.
Oh yeah.
But she was so cool. She came in and she had her basketball outfit on, like her ball in her hand.
Just
Like,
came
she's-
back from
she's
practice.
Good. She knows
Yeah.
what she's doing.
oh yeah.
But she's terrible at cooking. She's using wrong utensils, putting in too much flour, making egg jokes.
I
feel like-
remember?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was cute.
that was cute.
They
And
said
at first I was like, oh, she's being dumb, but she laughs at her. She like laughs, and Doug's like,
yeah,
what? Huh?
yeah. She's in on the day.
She I feel like she just doesn't pay attention. I think that's her problem because she like
Yeah.
dips puts the wrong stuff in like strainers and stuff, and it's like if you looked at the thing, you were pouring your
You're better
Sure.
than this, Patty.
thing into
Come
it,
on.
you would know.
Yeah.
Like
She could have put her basketball down for like a second.
exactly. Like I feel like her head was in the clouds, maybe.
Yeah, and she, ruins the batter and stuff like that.
But it was endearing, right?
Yeah.
It was endearing. It
She-
was like, oops.
Yeah, she mentions that she not only does basketball, but also baseball and ballet.
Yeah.
So she's just
Yeah.
like all around. Like
She does, like, a
great.
lot of-
She's so well-rounded little
But I don't
Yeah.
like how it kind of like they said like, sorry, Doug, I never had the opportunity to learn how to cook. I'm like, you're 11. You don't need to learn how to cook
Yeah.
before you're 11.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, you're doing what you're doing
Yeah.
makes sense as an 11-year-old.
Yeah,
I
well-
think it's wild that these 11-year-olds have an assignment where they're supposed to bake on their own.
Yeah.
As a nanny, I really honestly think that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
You
No,
cannot
it is.
condone it.
11-year-olds. Yeah.
Yeah, on the scene where they're like going into the oven and grab the pizza out,
Yeah,
I'm like,
there's-
really?
oh my
They could
God.
like totally burn themselves.
Hot elements, knives, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, I did work
It's like a
at
high school
Yeah,
thing.
I did work at a camp that had like a cooking camp.
Yeah, but there were adults around.
There
Yeah.
were adults
like
around. Yeah, you're
16-year-olds, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
on like Top Chef for kids
Yeah,
or
they have
whatever, they
those.
have like the judges watching them to make sure they don't burn the place down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's very true. But Patty's like, I just can't do it, Doug. Oh no. And for some reason, Pork Chop's just like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna turn on this fucking TV right here. Boom, perfect timing.
Yeah, that's a little. That
Changes.
was a little bit. The script is pretty good, I think, but
Yeah.
that was the only moment. Was kind of like, okay.
The basketball being like a pizza thing is a bit loose generally.
It's a
like,
bit of a stretch.
Okay, let's say what it is. So basically, pork chop turns on the TV and there's a pizza, very stereotypical
really
Italian pizza maker, like spinning a pizza, like almost like you would spin the basketball,
Mhm.
and then Patty spinning the basketball. I'm making a basketball spinning motion.
Yeah.
They can't
Well,
see it.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not.
No,
But
you're
it's
like
like-
doing.
She's
What are
only
you
on
doing?
one
I think I'm, like,
finger. You're like screwing
loosening
a
a
light
screw.
bulb.
You're,
Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
And then Doug takes too long to be like, huh?
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 What?
And then he thinks, well, she can spin a basketball, she can spin a pizza.
Mhm.
Here's the thing. Later, the pizza they're making, like, is a basketball.
Yeah,
So
at
it
one
just
point.
worked, like, she's bouncing and shit. It worked out, like, way too well.
Oh yeah, and I also thought, like, you know, sure, she could spin the pizza, but there are more things you need to do.
Oh, so much more to do before that.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you could do this one thing. This is perfect
It's
for
true.
us.
And the thing she's bad at, we already know, is mixing batter.
Yeah, and that's what they need to do.
Yeah.
But like
essentially.
pizza's not that involved.
No,
It's
I
probably
feel
the
like Doug could
easiest thing you can
probably
make.
take
You're
the lead
right.
on that.
You're right.
All you need to do is like he can do the flour or whatever, and then she can just sprinkle the toppings on.
Yeah. In school,
Yes.
BB is getting Skeeter to pretty much do all the work.
Yes,
She's
yes,
a real
yes,
boss,
yes,
am
yes,
I
yes.
right?
Oh yeah, 'cause she's very bossy. The Skeeter.
Yeah,
Is that the joke?
I guess
I
so.
don't know if it was a joke or a commentary.
Oh,
I
yeah.
will. I
Both
wasn't trying to do
correct.
anything. Well, I guess it's also like, she's. I guess, is it sort of like a subversion because she's not doing any of the work, and then
Mhm.
before they were like, "Oh, girls do all the cooking," but then she gets Skeeter to do it all.
Maybe. I think she's also just like a real brat.
She's a
Yeah,
brat.
it's kind of she's like the rich character. All these shows in the '90s have like a rich bratty girl.
Yeah.
Like she's like Muffy from Arthur.
Yeah.
And it's shown more in the next one too, where she's like, "I'm the babysitting one," where she's like, "I would just, you know, just give them everything they
Everything they
want,"
want.
and then
Give
she
'em what
steals
they
someone's
want.
ice cream
True.
cone.
Wait, can you do a BB impression?
I wrote a BB line down
I
because
don't
it was
can't think of what she sounds like at all.
in the next.
Try it.
She's like
in
she's
that
like
next
bratty or
episode, she
Patty.
says
I'm
something
gonna
so
be-
funny.
Wait, what did she say?
Um,
anything they want. No.
You can get them anything they want.
She goes,
I
"Oh,
can't.
in the
Oh.
next episode, at one point, she says, 'What are you, nuts?'" Like, it's so funny the way she says it. Yeah.
See, I can't do
That's
it.
cute.
It's too hard for me.
Wingo makes Roger dress up in a.
The chef's hat.
Well, they're all
they
wearing
chef's
do a
they're all
chef's
wearing
hat.
chef's hats.
No, Cam, I went back to see if it was just
They all are.
him. Yeah,
Okay.
because
Yeah,
I would have
they
loved
all
that.
are.
If it was like she
Okay,
just.
because I
Just
thought it was
for
just
extra
him, because I
punishment.
guess he was the only one who really said it. But yeah.
Yeah,
But two characters start a fire when
Oh
when they're doing it, and that's why Wingo runs away.
Proof that this is not a good idea.
Exactly. And I wrote down the names where I heard Kimmy and Vanessa. She's like, "Kimmy and Vanessa, what are you doing? Oh." So she leaves Roger alone, and he has to get started, but he doesn't have the right amount of ingredients.
He needs like 8 bananas, but he only has 6.
So he minuses
just-
2
yeah.
from everything.
Just shits all over math.
And he's like, "I'm a genius."
Yeah, and Yuri brought up this theory before that Roger's secretly just like a misunderstood kid. And I kind of believe this here, because here he just like, oh, I'll just, like, it's like kid logic.
Oh, yeah.
That he would take too
Yeah,
long.
it's kid logic.
Despite
but
the
also
fact that we've said he's an adult man before.
he's an adult man in middle school who doesn't listen to the teacher. Like,
Right.
you know, it's just a proportions thing. If you just knew a bit about math, but he never shuts up ever in class. He's always just like waiting to pounce on
I
something
want to be a
else.
baby. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I get it. I get that.
Yeah.
Why you would think that's correct as like a kid, but he's like 42 or
He's
something.
42. We just established this is canon right now.
Yeah.
But this is when we see next we see is Patty, you know, just crushing it with the dough. Like you said, she's
Yeah.
bouncing it, she's spinning it.
It's a basketball.
Yeah, she's playing the basketball.
It is a
Pizza,
basketball.
basketball, same thing. That is
And they're a
kind of
great
stretch.
team. And then we see BB again. She's like, "Oh, I think it's easy. Like this cooking's not so hard." Meanwhile, Skeeter's just like plopped out from being so tired from doing all the work.
Oh.
How tired can you get cooking?
You can't. It's just Skeeter being.
Oh
Being
no,
silly.
it was those like 15 spins she made. in the
15,
room.
yeah.
Stirs.
And he's like, yeah, now wait 5 minutes. And Skeeter's like, oh, thank you. She's like, no, the dough, not you.
Mhm.
So he puts they put like, you know, Patty and Doug put the pizza in the oven. Also, the pizza didn't have any cheese on it. It was like red,
Yeah, that's not
Do you guys see that?
abnormal. It could, yeah.
and that's so it's like you know, have the globs like a margarita style pizza.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
But anyway, Roger ruins the ruins the pudding. It tastes terrible.
terrible.
So he's like, I gotta get rid of this. And he just starts running across the room.
He was so urgent.
So urgent.
Yeah, and they get
rid of it now.
Meanwhile, Doug and Patty are getting the pizza out,
Uh-huh.
and they get it out just as Roger's hat
Slips over his
his eyes. But he's got to keep running. You got to keep going full speed, baby.
Right.
I gotta get rid of this terrible pudding.
Oh, yeah.
And then they crash into each other, and
Pizza falls.
pizza falls first.
Onto the ground.
Really?
Really
like-
hard.
Really hard. It's like
Yeah.
it wobbles
Like a penny, like a
strangely.
penny
Yeah,
would.
And it sounds like something heavy.
and it's like okay, but also he's like, oh, don't worry, it's okay. Just
No,
the
it's
food's
not.
on the ground.
It's on the ground. It's
I
not
know,
okay.
Whatever. I mean, worse things could have happened. I mean, they did. Immediately after the banana
Right.
pudding falls on top of the pizza.
hmm
Now, we all know what's going to happen here, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay, it's
I
funny.
didn't-
It's funny you say that because I didn't know what was going to happen, but I do remember the show from when I was a kid.
Well, I remember what happened, so I knew what was going to
I
happen.
knew it was going to happen. And then I started, like, poking holes. I was like, well, first of all, the pizza wouldn't taste good because it's hard as a rock. Second of all, the banana pudding was bad on its own. Why
Yeah.
would it be good on the
Exactly.
pizza?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then lastly, I was like, it's so predictable. And I'm like, it's a kid's show. Like, ease up. Who cares?
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe two bad things can equal a good thing. That's how cooking works, right?
Yeah.
You're right. We said be bold.
Yeah, exactly. Be bold.
Wait, but would this taste good?
No,
'Cause
no.
Everyone tries it, and they all love it. It's
Yeah.
the sensation of the school. Would this actually taste good? Banana on pizza.
So I thought about bringing some, and then I thought
I
I'm
did
not going
too.
to put that much effort into
I did too, but then I also
And we
came
knew
to the
we-
same conclusion.
Yeah. And we knew it wouldn't be good.
I
Like-
don't know. I'm curious. I'm
Banana
very
on
curious.
pizza. Okay, wait. Perhaps like banana bread or banana pudding on pizza would be okay or fine, but bad banana pudding on pizza
On
wouldn't
on
be good.
bad
No,
bad
no.
pizza.
Well,
top
on
of
We
it.
don't
hard-
know
on
if the pizza
rock
was
hard
bad.
pizza.
It is
Yeah.
rock hard. That's true.
But I mean, everything's off kilter in this world.
Exactly.
That's the
Everyone's
point.
Yeah.
weird colors.
Point.
And they win the bake off for their banana pizza.
Banana pizza, and it becomes the rage of the school.
It does, but Roger doesn't get a slice. But hey, guess what?
Yeah, that was pretty special.
They saved
They
him a
made,
slice.
they made him a slice.
And then he's so happy, and you always wonder, like, why did they keep? It gives you faith in humanity.
Yeah,
a
Yeah,
little
it's like
bit.
in the
does.
next episode where they're at the diner and Roger's inexplicably sitting in the booth with them, like in the very
Yeah.
Yeah.
window seat, so he can't get out. And I was like, wait, is this guy? I thought you guys weren't friends with him.
It's harder with these kinds of shows, I think,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
like the antagonist. Like you never know what to do with them because he is a school kid.
Mhm.
Technically, he has to be with them sometimes. Some people have to like him for like stories to work.
Yeah, it's a real
But
like
he's also
to
a
hang out
piece of
with them.
shit.
it's a real
Yeah.
like AC Slater and Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell, where it was some episodes they were best friends and other episodes they
yeah,
were
Right.
enemies.
inexplicably.
Yeah.
Well, it's like in Arthur when Binky started off as like a like a bully, but then he just became like their friend later.
Yeah.
So
He
This
kind of just
happens.
developed into it.
Are you guys
Um,
team AC Slater or team
Zach
Zach
Morris?
I'm team.
Kelly Kapowski.
I'm team Christian Slater.
Hey, there we go.
Loved him in. Is he the Back to the Future guy?
That's AC Slater.
That's
Okay,
AC Slater,
okay.
yeah.
Played the dad.
Old AC. So yeah, he tells Doug is back in his room, writes in his journal, it was a success. Banana pizza is the rage now. And he dips a banana in pizza
Ew,
sauce.
That's what we should have done.
Yes!
Right,
yeah. I
No,
have a
except
banana.
that actually sounds
And
disgusting.
pizza
That's
sauce
so
is
gnarly.
just tomato sauce, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Guys, I don't know why it said pizza,
Pizza
sauce.
Pizza sauce.
Yeah, that looks
No, that-
pretty
That
bad.
was
That's
sickening.
foul.
Yeah.
That's foul. No way. But then,
But
poor
then-
Chop makes a mess.
Because
Of
he's
the
making
kitchen.
more banana pizza.
Uh-huh.
And just like the intro, it takes over like the whole house and like starts overflowing.
That's a fun visual, guy.
Which was like, but why? Like, I don't know. I
House
don't
is
fully
work.
understand
You
why.
put too much baking soda in.
It's the same universe where Poor Chop can live to be 28 years old.
Yes, I guess so.
He's also cooking. he's
Oh,
cooking.
and then
he's a
do you hear Dink at the end?
Oh yeah, it's like, oh Tippy, look at this.
Oh, he says Tippy. I didn't know what.
Yeah, I
he
think
said.
so. I think he says Tippy.
I always love the like either bubbles overflowing because of laundry gone awry, or
Yes.
oven shit like gone awry
Yeah.
overflowing in the house. I think that's
That is
such
classic.
a good gag.
It is a
It'll
good
never
gag.
get old.
Yeah,
I agree.
It looked great.
yeah. So that's the end of the episode.
Thoughts?
You first, Cam.
No, you first. I need to think of thoughts.
Okay. That is the nature of thoughts.
Whoa.
It had been a while since I watched a Doug episode, so I was like feeling pretty good. But I watched it at a coffee shop, and I feel like everybody thought I was such a fucking loser.
Wait, were you? Could people see your screen?
Yeah, totally.
Wow.
And I'm writing notes too.
Did anybody come over and was like, what's going on here?
No, nobody approached me about it.
That's
They probably
great.
thought it was a bit of a weird.
You're so brave.
Weird. I am so brave.
You are. I could never do that.
I felt pretty good about it. I liked this episode. Again, I like just the Patty story.
Yeah.
I like feeling like she was a real person and had some flaws, and like she's being so cute about it. I was really fucking into Patty this episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
guys.
totally.
she's got some good development.
Yeah,
Definitely.
she's
And
hot.
she has flaws. Wouldn't go that far. Wouldn't go that far.
I feel like Yuri would agree with me.
Yeah, and like
Maybe.
things were just like in terms of like problems, like there were some, but like I don't know, it was good to see kind of Doug having like a good
A
episode.
win.
Like
Yeah.
he had a win
Yeah.
the whole time
For
because
sure.
he got the girl
Got
he
the
liked to
girl.
be in his like thing.
Yeah.
He found a way to be in this project. They found a way to like make something cool, and they really bonded over with it. And then just when you think like, oh no, it's fucked up. Oh wait, we won.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And
Oh well, you kind of realize they kind of have a little bit in common. They both kind of have like anxieties about.
Yeah, they have some
stuff, and-
insecurities.
Yeah, they kind of work together.
she's always the one in the power dynamic who's on top. Like the episode where they go to the dance together,
Mhm.
and she's like a much better dancer. Like it's cool for him to be the one who can like teach her something and
Yeah, I like this.
be a man.
I liked it. A little bit subversive.
Happy birthday, Doug. What? I don't know. That was my assessment of the episode.
Oh, it wasn't his birthday.
Happy birthday, Doug, out of 10.
Yeah.
What?
No, that makes sense.
Happy
I
birthday,
understand.
Doug. Okay.
It makes sense to me.
Happy
Well,
Valentine's Day. Doug
let's
out of
try
10.
some. Let's try some banana pizza one day.
Okay.
See,
We
Yeah.
should record it and make a podcast out of that.
it's just puking.
Just us puking. I like it. Okay. Why don't we go to the next episode?
Yeah.
Doug,
Doug
loses
Dale.
Dale.
Big problem.
Big problem.
High
So-
stakes, baby.
Doug's in the desert.
Fantasy.
On a camel.
Fantasy. He is a recruitment of a foreign legion, which is the last place for murderers, spies, and assassins. But he has done a lot worse. He lost his best friend's brother.
And then the
Dale.
camel
And
listens to it, has heard Doug's thoughts, and
Yes,
when he
I
says,
thought that as
"I
well.
lost my best friend's brother," the camel goes shocked and he runs away.
he knocks off Doug.
Yes.
And I also thought the same thing. I was like, wait, how did the camel
Holy shit.
hear what Doug was thinking? Like, it was strange.
Oh, yeah,
It was like a
bizarre.
I'm
psychic-
not saying it out loud.
They have a
Because
psychic link. I think.
it's a fantasy. So the camel and Doug in the fantasy
Right.
are both Doug.
Whoa.
Oh, so it's like an
Whoa.
extension of
Yeah.
himself.
The best is like he's on the camel and he's like, "Oh, I've really done it this time." What?
I'm in the same boat as murderers and
Yeah,
assassins.
and you think, "Oh, what a silly child! He probably just lost his keys to the house." And then he's like, "I lost Dale." And
lost
you're like,
a
"Oh, that's a
human."
real problem."
Yeah, that's pretty
I'll
bad.
give that to you. I'll give that to you, Doug.
Well, I was saying before, these two episodes seem very different in the sense that this is like a pretty huge problem, and
Yeah.
the bake-off one, the cooking one,
Yeah.
doesn't seem.
No, but
As
it's more
good.
of a school. It's a big problem if you're
Yeah.
in a school situation.
I think they do that a lot. Looking back, like the
One
latter
that's more
half is like
serious?
Yeah.
a bit more high stakes or like
Yeah.
less innocuous.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
to keep you watching.
Hey.
So we
that's the
see
starts.
Doug.
Wait, sorry.
Yes.
I'm so excited about something coming up. It's not even happening yet.
Okay.
I was gonna say as well. We talked about Camel can hear internal monologue.
Yeah.
There was at the end of the episode. At one point, he's writing in his journal. Sorry to skip ahead, guys.
Fucker.
And it's once again all internal monologue. And then he's finishes a sentence and says, "So, what do you think, Pork Chop?" And it's like you weren't talking out loud. Pork Chop doesn't know what you're writing.
Well, the whole thing's a dream, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe Pork Chop doesn't exist. Only in his mind.
So
Actually, that's not true because many episodes debunk that.
Doug and Skeeter are hanging out in the next scene.
Hanging out.
By a sandbox.
By Sandbox with Dale being just a silly guy.
It's for
Dale
little
Porras.
rapscallion.
And him and Pork Chop play. It's
Yeah.
cute.
It's kind of cute. I
Dale's
like
cute.
that.
Dale's cute.
That's a cute guy.
And Skeeter mentions that he's got this thing to go to with his parents, which is a tugboat captain's picnic. Has it been his...
Wait, you guys always think, like, I never hear these things in the episode. I'm so bored. But that is fucking hilarious.
His dad's got a tugboat captain's picnic. Has it been established that his dad is a tugboat captain?
And is it leisure or, like, is that his job?
Good question. I don't know.
Yeah. I want to say his leisure because he seems pretty like high stressed for somebody who just drives a tugboat.
Yeah.
Like he probably has like a really high office job or something.
And like the tugboat is just his way to relax.
Yeah, I can see that more than anything.
Yeah, he
They
kind
have
of
to
looks.
go-
He kind of looks like a Doug version of J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
He's got a unibrow.
Yeah, but
He has to go to Tim because how many tugboat captains
yeah,
are there?
Yeah.
who knows?
Okay. Wait, so is it like a bunch of tugboat captains come together for this picnic?
Yeah,
Or is it everyone that works on his tugboat
Yeah.
is going out of
There
Wait,
you
how
go.
big is a tugboat?
Ooh.
I don't think it's that big. Is it? I don't even...
If we have any tugboat captains listening, let us know.
Get
what the
back to your
size,
tugboating. What are you doing?
What are you
Exactly.
doing?
Pay attention. Maybe they listen to it while you're
And let us
tugboating.
know. But Skeeter tells Doug that the babysitter canceled, and Skeeter thinks Doug should be the babysitter of Dale.
Yeah.
Now, this could be part of the Yuri theory, once again, that Skeeter is not actually friends with Doug, but is like actually making fun of him. Because Skeeter wants to go to this picnic, right? But his
Yeah.
parents are like, no, you can't go. You have to watch your brother, who we know is like, cute, but also kind of a terror.
Oh, he's a terror. He's an absolute
Yeah.
nightmare.
It's awful.
So Skeeter tries to pawn it off on Doug.
Yeah, you know what? It's a little manipulative no matter which way you spin it. Because he's
Yeah.
like, you're going to be the best one of all
Yeah.
of them. And he's not, because Doug's like the most easily manipulated little boy, and Dale's the most manipulative baby.
Yeah.
Do you think do you think in like Jim Jenkins' idea that he's going to be his roommate in the future? Do you think like Skeeter like just like lives there rent free and is just like, oh, I'll pay you next month, Doug.
Probably.
Sorry. I got big
Probably,
plans
yeah.
coming in. Honk,
He always
honk."
comes in with like 2 bitches on his arm.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, okay.
Classic
Can I use
Skeeter.
your bedroom, Doug? Just for the night. Honk, honk.
He puts his like really cool looking sock on the door.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. This is what I want to. This was the best. Okay, so he says you need it'd be great if you were the babysitter. We think you'd be great. And Doug's like, would I be? He's like, yeah, it's easy. And then Dale's running around, and then he knocks over Doug, takes a big pile of sand, puts it on his penis, then takes a little palm tree the size of what is a penis and puts it right on his
Yeah.
penis.
I didn't
Yes,
notice
he
that.
does.
I didn't notice that.
It's the best
I
thing
just-
in the whole Doug universe. that
Okay,
I've ever
I
seen.
definitely noticed he just, obviously just pours sand all over Doug's crotch.
Yeah.
And I don't think I noticed the tree.
I went back
wasn't
four
even-
Did
times.
not notice
It was
that.
there? Okay.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
I believe you.
Directly on his penis. Like there's
Ah,
okay.
this is where
Back
the
to my
dick
theory
is.
that Dale's the best character. Like that wasn't an accident.
No,
Sure,
oh no.
it wasn't an accident. And it's such a stupid bit, which is what's so cool about babies. Like
Yeah.
their sense of humor is so
Yeah.
juvenile.
And they established that he's 2 years old in this, if it hasn't been established
He's a
before.
fast little
He's a little
2-year-old.
toddler.
Yeah.
So Skeeter says, "You're a natural. Way
You
to
make a
go."
great babysitter. Yeah, he's lying.
Yeah,
But Doug's pretty terrified of
And you
it.
can like see in Skeeter's face when he's like, "You'll make a great babysitter." He has like the worried eyes.
Oh, you could totally tell that
So
he.
you make a great babysitter.
Yeah, he's setting Doug up.
Yeah.
So Doug gets advice from Judy, who's
yeah.
meditating, wearing a white robe with a
Like-
white
like
pants
a
and
judo
body.
outfit?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
a
that's what I
judo
thought,
thing.
too.
It's
And
like,
also
that's
a
weird.
white beret.
you gotta fit.
You
I
gotta.
think she has just one beret. She's got a
No,
trunk
she's got
full
multiple.
of shit.
She has
every
style.
color of the
She
rainbow.
has style.
And she immediately says, like, you babysitter? You're kidding, right?
Yeah. And then she says exactly what you think she'd say. Which
Yeah,
is
you need to become a child.
to take care of.
Wait, do you think Judy's also into this diaper stuff?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Done what?
This is like
Into the diaper stuff?
no,
like
into the
Roger
baby
Oh,
stuff,
into the
like
baby?
Roger.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if
'Cause
she,
then she
has
acts
the
like a baby.
character
Mhm.
to portray, I'm sure,
Like
I'm
she's
sure she
done
goes
this
method.
before,
Yeah,
maybe.
you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
because then she does act like a baby, which is strange.
Yeah. Oh, she really does do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I forgot.
And she
She's a
gives
weirdo.
him a clown mask to Doug. She gives Doug a
Horrifying.
clown mask that says it'll make
We'll
him
make him
laugh.
laugh every time.
Oh no, it's terrifying.
It's
a
really
terrifying
terrifying.
mask.
Yeah, it is
especially when he
terrifying.
puts it on and his
Yeah.
little
It's
eyes.
bad, yeah.
It was
Also-
like The Purge,
Who
but
likes
Doug
clowns?
Funny version, like these terrifying
Yeah, no
masks.
kids actually.
Oh,
like
that's my next
clowns.
video.
What else do you guys think is in that trunk that Judy has?
Probably a lot of weird sex stuff.
I feel like she has like naked lunch in there. like William Burroughs' Naked Lunch.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like she has a poster. I feel like she has something she's ashamed of, like a post, like that she shouldn't find cool, like Jonathan Taylor Thomas or something.
Oh,
Yes,
big
A
time.
poster of his tits or something.
Yeah, of course.
Or
He's well known for his tits.
Yeah.
What are the other? Am I fucking up timelines here? Would he not have been like a sexy kid? And
that might be a bit before.
yeah,
It was early, maybe 96. He would be a big thing.
I don't know.
I think
Yeah, because this came out in 91,
Maybe
right?
maybe one
Yeah,
of the
this is
Stamoses.
91.
We were all babies.
We were babies. I was 1.
I think Jonathan Taylor Thomas might have been.
Maybe.
Like, he was always
When
hot.
Home
He was always a hot
Yeah,
child.
He
no,
was always
you
hot.
know what?
No,
Yeah.
that's not the problem. It's just like was.
No, I think
Home
Home Improvement was
Improvement
around, so
on it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I read a
Okay.
great article talking about how nobody talks about Home Improvement anymore.
I read that title. What was that? What was the deal
It
with
was
that?
on the. It was just saying how like it was like the most popular show of the time. It was like very highly rated. It was loved by everybody, but nobody talks about it now, and it's
Yeah.
so true. It's not. It's only on like one channel in the afternoon on some like American channel. You never see reruns of it.
Yeah, as opposed to the other big shows. that
Yeah,
they
like
like it.
Seinfeld, Friends,
Hmm.
stuff like that.
Hmm.
Anyways,
We
look
gotta
it up.
bring that
Some
back.
AV
I'm ready for the gritty reboot of Home Improvement.
I'm not. No, Home
It's gonna be
Improvement should
great.
go away.
So
It deserves to be forgotten.
they go to Honkerburger, and back to Doug. They go to Honkerburger, and BB can't believe it either. Like I said, she goes, "What are you, nuts?" It was very
Hey,
funny.
what are you nuts?
Yeah, it sounds-
What is
sounds
this
like something-
place?
Yeah, she sounds like some sort of weird like New York mother or something like that.
Oh, like yeah.
So they all give him advice. BB says to give the kid anything that the kid wants. And then she steals ice cream from the other girl.
Right. Her name is Connie, by the
And
way.
it's an ice cream cone, which means like someone's just been licking it, and so he's
Yeah.
taking it.
Mine.
Yeah, and she goes, "Mine."
It was a good joke, but it doesn't make sense that you would steal somebody's ice cream cone.
Yeah, there wasn't
Okay.
a spoon. Like it's just like they're
yeah,
eating each other's germs.
yeah.
And then she
essentially.
takes it back. The girl takes it back.
Yeah.
Well, being a guy, I think girls they like to share each other's germs a lot.
Yeah, they like
They
to
always
share ice
go
cream
into
cones.
bathrooms together and like
To
they
share
talk about
germs.
they talk about their
I gotta go pee.
kids
Wanna share
or,
germ- wanna share germs?
like,
I don't know
Sorry.
why we're talking
Sit
like
on the
girls
same
like that.
I was being like a sexist character.
Yeah. The other girl says she gives the only good advice, which is just give him coloring books and
Yeah.
crayons. It's great.
Pretty standard shit.
Who was the jock's name again?
Chalky
Studebaker.
Chalky Studebaker.
Jockey is hot.
Yeah, he's hot. Yeah, 100%. Says give
junk
him
food.
food.
The sweeter, the better.
Meanwhile,
Everything their parents don't want.
Meanwhile,
That's
Pork Chop is stealing his ice cream. Cone.
Right, like he took out the bottom of it and he's sucking it all up.
Yep, what a guy.
Also, can I just say Chalky sounds like Donny Osmond or something?
Yeah.
He has like kind of one of those like squeaky clean voices.
Well, he's just a
Like what a
squeaky
charming
clean
guy!
Oh,
What
he
a charming
is.
guy!
Then Roger, who once again is for some reason sitting there with them, and he's all of a sudden their friend.
He's like under the table.
Um,
waiting for his
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now's my chance.
Here we go.
Like, have you been here the whole time? He's like, yeah.
Says
Yeah.
that says that he'll need a lawyer to help him out when he's done.
You know what? He was the only one that was right.
Yeah,
He
good
really called
advice.
it. Yeah. And Doug says, "Oh, I didn't realize being a babysitter was so involved."
good portrait.
What?
Yeah, well, you know what? It is really involved. Like, he's 11. 11-year-olds shouldn't be, again, as a nanny,
Okay.
11-year-olds shouldn't be watching 2-year-olds.
Yeah.
That's idiocy.
I was going to ask you
Yeah.
about that.
You
It's
and I
like,
wouldn't
isn't that
wanna
kind
watch
of
a
like a
2-year-old.
lot of responsibility?
Yeah.
Because like usually don't like because I've watched kids when I was around that age, but they're more like 8 or 7 or something.
Yeah. Like, kids who can stand, who can, like,
Yeah, just
who
put
are
them-
not going to put shit in their mouths when you're not looking for a
Yeah.
second. And, like, it's one thing to do it for, like, an evening, but they're going out of town.
Yeah, like
Wait,
you
they
could-
are?
Yeah,
Weren't they going, like, pretty far? Maybe I made that
it
up.
seems like they're. You know what? It seems like they are because they gave them like a number and everything,
Yeah.
and they call and stuff. But like, there doesn't seem like in the span of the episode they're gone for that long.
No, you're right.
Like, it's
They-
still-
yeah, they
it's still-
come back that night.
It's still. Do they come back at night? I thought they came back in the day.
It must be like it's a picnic, so it must be like maybe a noon to like.
Yeah, I thought it would take like a tops maybe 3 hours.
I don't know. I'm of the helicopter parenting, nannying generation, so maybe I'm being a little hard on him.
That's
but
true.
I mean, that's like not a big age gap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So Dale is sad. We're at the the Skeeter residence or the Valentine residence, I
Mhm.
suppose. And Dale is sad as they leave, and his dad says, "Be a good sailor." because he's a tugboat.
Nail,
Tugboat
yeah, they
captain.
have to
He's,
really
like, really-
enforce
yeah,
that.
yeah.
They're like, we never brought it up till now. Let's really make it clear that we've always felt this way.
If you're disappointed in Skeeter because he's not going to be a sailboat captain.
Yeah, maybe. And Dale, and so, it's just Dale and Doug and Porkchop, and Dale's, real grumpy. But Doug looks at him and says, "Oh, I think he likes me." So once again, Doug cannot read facial
Aw,
expressions, which
Doug.
we've talked about before. Dale loses his shit. They break the curtain. Doug tries the mask on, which was like, okay, here's some setup for it.
It's a bad idea.
Of course, it freaks him out, and he hides behind the TV, which is when he starts the fantasy of the
Operation Babysit.
Operation
with my
Babysit.
favorite guy, Trip McSumac.
It's an amazing
Trip,
name.
Trip.
Is this supposed to be a reference to something?
Okay.
It feels like it
Okay,
is.
I think it's supposed to be a reference to whatever show they make fun of in Arrested Development, like the show where they To Catch a Predator.
Yeah, but that doesn't exist yet.
Okay, maybe that's true. Is that true?
I don't
That
know
is
when-
Either
true.
way,
Was
so
not-
then I was just projecting.
That was like, that
because
was around.
like a show with a bunch of newscasters and cameras called Operation Babysit would have like a much more sinister storyline
absolutely.
than what's happening here.
But
I found it.
This seems like around the era of like Cops and what's that show? America's Scariest People. America's Most Wanted. That guy who lost his kid and
Yeah.
was like, I'm
the
gonna.
spookiest people.
Yeah. America's Spookiest People. Yeah,
That seems kind of like one of those shows.
But
maybe.
I did love the name Trip McSumac.
It's a good
Trick
name.
McSumac.
That's gonna be
Perfect.
an alias I'll use. One of my many aliases.
I wonder if
That's
he'll ever
very
show
smooth.
up again.
I don't know. I hope so. He's great.
I guess he only exists in Doug's mind, though, so
That's true.
so maybe he won't.
So Doug tries to takes Chalky's advice and gives him food, specifically butter brittle ice cream.
The sweeter, the better. What, Jockey?
Hey, Chalky. Oh, I didn't know Chalky was here.
Yeah,
Guys,
sure.
Chalky's not in the
Hey,
studio.
lad.
It's
Jockey,
Richard.
here I am. This is what my voice sounds like.
Chucky looks a lot less hot when he's put next to real humans. Looks scary.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why?
he's like, why
No
are you
offense.
two-dimensional?
Somehow Doug manages to spill all the ice cream all over himself and Dale.
Oh, Dale does that, I think.
Yeah,
somehow.
Dale knocks it out of his hand.
Is Porkchop there?
Poor Chop's there.
I
Yes.
think he might have something to do with that.
Porkchop's probably eating that ice cream.
So he's like, well, I guess we got to do a costume change. And the costumes so he goes to change Dale. And
right, I didn't even write this part down.
The costumes are cowboy, spaceman, monkey, and race car driver.
Man, you're really picking up, because usually Yuri does the excruciating detail
Yeah,
of
now
all
it's
this.
me.
You're really picking up the reins.
And Doug's like, Dale's just like, I don't want to wear any of those. He was like, no. And so Doug's like, okay, well, I'll just let you decide, and leaves the room.
Yeah, he's not a good babysitter.
yeah.
You don't. Leave
He locks the
room,
door
Bob.
on him too.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm locking the door so you can't get out.
Fuck
I'll give
you.
you privacy. You're two, you deserve it.
No one
He
deserves
can make
some alone
decisions.
And then he comes back in and the clothes are everywhere, obviously.
But who gave him that advice? Just the fuck off.
BB would say, let him do whatever.
Oh
Whatever he
yeah.
wants, right?
Okay, that makes sense then.
Man, it's just such a Doug episode. Like,
I know.
just do one thing that you think you should do.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
whole point. At
Right,
the
that's a
end.
lesson, but it's just crazy. These like taking everyone's advice so literally too. Like,
Yeah, he cleans the room and gives Dale clothes that are not put on right because you can see like the pants are on backwards, the
Yeah.
shirt is not
It's
buttoned
cute
up
though.
correctly.
It's cute
it is,
though.
cute. And
It's
Doug
very
has
charming.
undies on his head.
So silly. What a silly guy that Dale.
Goof.
And so then they decide to do the coloring books,
Right.
which is what other lady suggested.
Connie.
Yeah.
Who's not colored correctly, by the way.
Oh, really?
She's actually green in later episodes.
And then they have a quick moment where Doug goes to the TV to watch a show, like
Mhm.
before the phone rings.
Right.
Oh, sis, what was the show? Did you write
It
it
seemed no, it was some sort of like,
It's like some
western,
kind-
but it also
yeah.
looked like it was for someone around Dale's age,
Yeah.
not Doug's age.
down? But Doug was really
But Doug
into
was
it.
like, "Fuck yeah!"
Why couldn't it have been something like The Beats or whatever?
I don't know. There's no beats in
It's
this
totally
whole
ad
episode.
hoc. Yeah, why
Well, no,
put
they're-
that show on?
They're playing The Beats at Honkerburger.
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is some reference. To the
Yeah,
beats.
exactly. So put Beats in there.
So the phone rings. Mrs. Valentine. She hopes that Dale isn't coloring alone.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But guess what, y'all?
Guess what, y'all?
Guess what, y'all?
Guess what?
Wait, what?
Wait, y'all.
What?
Guess.
I
One of
can't-
us should guess.
I think Dale was drawing properly into his book, and then the episode ends.
Ooh, you'd be close, but
What?
he's drawn on the wall.
Oh, come on.
It was close though. You were close.
I was very close.
Yeah, and Doug just just sees this and just yells at Dale, and he's a little
He's pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
He's like, "What's the matter with you?" And he's
What
What
are
is
you
the matter
doing, you
with
dumb
him?
kid?
grabs a crayon out of his hand. I feel like it's an accurate reaction, though. To be fair,
He's like a turbo baby. Like he colors
Yeah.
a lot in a small amount of time.
all over the
That
walls.
was like 3 seconds, at
Yeah.
least 30 seconds.
Now,
and
does
just
he
went
clean?
all
Does Doug clean up the?
No, we never see him clean the walls.
Okay.
We see him post cleanup.
What do you mean? Oh, he does
has
clean
the
them?
towels or whatever.
Oh, okay. So he cleaned it all up. Okay.
Really?
Because it cuts to another clip of Trip McSumac, and then it goes back to the post cleanup, and he's like, "Oh, we cleaned it up," and that's when they can't
Oh,
find
okay.
Dale.
I was
That's when they can't
wondering
find Dale.
because of something later that happens.
Yeah.
Boy, this episode's boring. All right.
It is kind of boring, to be honest.
And we mentioned this before. The whole thing is, Doug loses Dale is the premise of the episode.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen until the last 2 minutes.
Last 2 minutes.
Last 3 minutes, and then it's solved within 1 minute.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
It should have happened halfway through, the midpoint.
Yeah.
And the lesson is irrelevant to the plot.
Yeah. Well, the lesson is
The lesson is you should rely on yourself or not listen to what everybody else thinks.
He says friends could give advice, but ultimately it's up to you to make a decision for yourself.
Which is fine, but that seems like such a trite lesson and completely out of line with the plot.
Of losing a child.
It has nothing to do with kids or Skeeter.
Yeah, he could have lost it if he did everything he wanted to from the beginning. He could have still lost him.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to lose a kid.
Especially that kid.
Yeah, especially for Doug.
So he loses.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Dale's kind of
Dale's
freaking out, or
Super
Doug is
scary.
freaking out because Dale's gone. I wrote down
I assume parents couldn't watch this episode because they'd be freaking out about it.
about having their kids babies.
The anxiety of losing a child.
That's pretty terrible.
Yeah,
scary.
It is scary.
He has a Roger flashback where he imagines Roger being like, "You're gonna need a lawyer," which is right. And it cuts to the desert once again, where this time it's Trip McSumac interviewing Doug, and he's asking questions about so what are you doing about this missing child? And Doug's about to answer, but then Porkchop goes. And he goes, "Oh, I can't answer that question because my lawyer is telling me not to."
Is he on the camel at that point? Isn't he on the camel?
He's on the ground, and I think Porkchop's on the
But
camel.
Okay, so hold on. So Doug has escaped Bluffington to go somewhere presumably in the Middle East.
Yes,
To not have
for
to
murderers,
deal
with murderers and assassins and spies.
But Trip McSumac found him.
He's a great reporter.
And instead of doing anything to arrest him, he says, "So what are you doing about the missing child?"
I forget exactly what he
He's
says.
escaping.
I forget exactly what he asked him, but whatever he asked him, Doug declines to answer.
It also seems weird that Trip would be doing he would be hosting Operation Babysit, but also to be doing on location stuff in the Middle East.
He's just a real.
He's a really good
real
reporter.
hotshot reporter. He
He's
gets it done.
He's omnipresent. He's everywhere.
Yeah, he's the real. Oh, he's just great.
He's a real much Trip.
Doug realizes he's been listening to everybody but himself. So
That's pretty huge.
then boom, the Valentines. You see them coming down the street.
Coming in.
Oh shit!
I missed something great.
What?
Apparently, I wrote after Dale fucks up the ice cream. Dale says, "Uh-oh, pee-pee."
I love Dale.
Dale's
Oh,
great.
pee-pee.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that because I thought it was important.
So yeah, not Forrest Gump.
Forrest Whitaker.
So he thinks Doug's like, okay, I gotta think to win back when I was a child. Where would I hide? And we have this flashback to when Doug was 2 years old. He's wearing khaki overalls with no shirt, which I thought was an interesting look.
Like a farmer.
And it's Judy says, if I don't find you fast, Mom's gonna kill me. Plus, I doubt I'll get paid. But when I was listening to it, she kind of, the way she says, I doubt I'll get paid, sounds like she's like, I gotta get fucking paid.
I heard it, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Paid. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
It's
so
It's
there we
great.
go.
It's great.
And then
Judy's like, oh fuck it, it's not worth it.
and he hides in the laundry. That's where Doug hides.
Okay,
Yes,
so
and
then
he
he's like,
assumes that's where,
oh, he'll be hiding in the laundry.
as all kids do the same.
Do you remember when you were 2?
No, definitely not. No one does.
Especially when you were 12?
yeah,
Nobody
yeah,
does.
nobody does.
I can remember when I was 5. I can't remember when I was 2.
Yeah. Doug looks frantically through the laundry.
Got a Ferris Bueller moment.
In my notes, I kept writing the dinks, even though I knew they weren't the dinks. I knew they were the Valentines. I don't know why.
Were you very high?
Yeah.
JK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JK. I don't know. So the Valentines find him, but find Doug looking through the laundry.
Yes.
Because, you know.
Not suspicious at all
No.
as to why he's...
But Dale was there the whole time. Yeah.
Wow, what a fucking horrible episode.
I know. He was.
He
look how big the laundry basket is
Yeah.
versus how big Dale was. He should have been real easy to find.
You know, he goes right to the bottom. You can
Yeah.
see him like put his whole arm inside and he still
Yeah.
can't find it.
This is like... He just had a lucky guess. Doug had a lucky guess.
And but he found Dave's favorite hiding place, and you know, Mr. Valentine says, "Doug, how about you become our number 1 babysitter?" And Doug says, "I'll get back to you."
Ow. No, but what does he say? He's like, all the other nannies couldn't figure it out. You figured it out. You gotta catch him and reel him in, or something like a fisherman.
Yeah, he does.
Something a tugboat
That's
captain
what
would say.
They're like, okay, guys, once again, we gotta make sure people know
Yeah.
he's a tugboat
Really
I
captain.
don't want it
laid
to
it
feel like
out
it's out
thick.
of nowhere. Say more things about tugboating.
I guess his only other character trait is that he's angry all the time, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Gotta give him
great.
Something else.
Um,
Wow. So then he goes home and
Dear
he's like,
diary, I'm glad on my first babysitting job I didn't lose the baby. That's the first thing he writes.
yeah, well, it's the goal.
Yeah.
finds him in the laundry. Man, I wrote the shittiest notes for this.
Yeah, Landry. Found in Landry.
Found us in the laundry.
Yeah, but Doug learned, you know, friends can give you advice, but sometimes you got to do things your way. And he's thinking all of this, and like I mentioned before, this is when out loud he says, "What do you think, Pork Chop?" Even though Pork Chop can't read, but Pork Chop's gone. And it turns out Pork Chop was hiding in the laundry, and then Doug does a bunch of Valentine family member voices, and that's the end of the episode.
Oh yeah, he does like the dad and he does the mom voice.
And then it was in the laundry.
Oh,
How fun for Doug.
Wow.
All right, final thoughts.
I didn't like it. Did not like it.
No, sir,
Didn't like watching it. Didn't like reliving it.
I
didn't like it.
I thoroughly enjoyed Dale, though.
Yeah, he's cute. He's
Dale's
fun.
good. Very disappointed. I thought this was going to be like a great Dale episode. I thought this would be everyone's favorite episode, but it wasn't. It was bad.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
No.
That's boring.
It's boring. I like the first episode better.
I also like the first episode better.
Reminded
I
me
thought
why I
wouldn't,
liked
but-
Doug as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. Once again, we have like Skeeter being kind of, you know, putting Doug in this position that he's clearly not ready for, and we learn that he's not ready for it.
Yeah.
And he loses a child and just happens to find him at the right time. Also, barely loses him for like a hot minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So rushed.
Everything feels so disjointed and nothing seems to connect. Or like one scene doesn't like have a consequence in a later scene. It's just like.
I feel like the story's too big for this episode.
Yeah,
It
there
could've
is
been
like a lot of
spread out
setup
bit.
though.
Yeah, a
'cause
lot
it's,
of too much setup.
Yeah, where it's like okay,
more than half the show. Is setup.
everything, he gets I guess 4 pieces of advice from people, and so he uses them all before using his own.
Yeah, that seems like that scene, and then the lesson being don't listen to other people, listen to yourself. Seemed like a really weird way to go with it.
Shouldn't you listen to them and consider their opinions as well as your own?
Yeah, like
And the one girl was great. She said coloring.
Coloring was not a bad
That's
idea.
good. You just left him
exactly
to watch. First of all, to watch a show that Dale should have been
babies.
interested in.
Exactly.
And also just for leaving the room, which also, I guess, you know, the mom did call, right? And so he's going to pick up the phone, but I guess he didn't take the kid with him.
If cell phones existed,
that was his big mistake.
Cell phones existed back then, this would not have been a problem.
Yeah.
This would have gotten a text.
Oh yeah.
Also, I feel like he doesn't really interact with any of the other characters that much. He doesn't play off of anybody. He
No,
just plays
yeah,
off
it's
of
just Dale.
Pork Chop and Dale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which
So.
is not what you can do with. It's
Yeah.
just him being super stressed out.
Pretty bad.
Okay.
Pretty bad.
Not happy birthday, Doug, out of 10.
I give it a...
That's my rating.
I give it a boo.
Boobs.
I give it a boo. Oh.
Boobs.
Boobs. I put a
Boobs.
testicle out his
Guys, there's boobs here.
Boobs.
Can't see them.
Boobs.
Well, what
Okay.
a good way to end.
Great.
Yeah.
So, anybody have anything to promote? Plug? Advertise?
You can follow me on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm in a band. We have a Facebook page
Oh.
now. Laura saw us live.
They were great. Really, though.
I didn't. 'Cause I'm a bad
Coconut
person.
Fire did not go, but Laura
But
went.
I'll be at the next show. When's your next show?
Probably sometime in November. We don't have any music up yet, but my band is called, not my band. I don't like saying my band.
Well, it's part of your... Who came
Well,
up
because
with it?
one of our the guitar player always goes, like, I'll be at a party with him and I'll talk to someone and I'll be right beside him and
Yeah.
be like, oh, check out my band.
Oh, well,
and it's like, I'm in the
yeah.
band too.
You're right there. But no one else from your band is here, are they?
No.
Right?
No,
You kind of
So-
co-own it, though.
I do.
It's like if you co-directed a movie, it'd be your movie.
Yeah. But
Listen, guys, he's in
the
a
band
fucking
is called Satanic Mills.
Ooh, that's
Satanic
so
Mills.
Satanic Mills.
So we'll have music up sometime in mid-November. So I don't know when this is coming out.
You know,
but
you
we'll
should
see.
do a cover of Killer Tofu.
Killer Tofu.
That'd be great.
That'd be so good.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Wait, do you sing or do you guitar? What
I
do you
sing
do?
and play bass.
You sing and play bass. That's it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So like us on the Facebook.
Like us on Facebook and see them if you're in town.
Yeah.
What about you, Laura?
Got some shows coming up, but I think that by the time this is out, they'll be done.
Right, you have one tonight, right?
I
so
do.
This is not going to be out
And one
tonight.
on Monday.
That's gonna be fun.
Other than that, follow me on Twitter if you so choose. It's my handle is Tweebo, TWEIB as in boy OW. And if you follow me, I'll tweet.
Yes,
I'll
Oh,
start
big time.
tweeting. Yeah,
you got funny tweets.
I got a handful.
You got
I could
They're
tweet
good
more than
though.
I
They're
do.
good though.
They're
It's more
great.
quality over quantity.
Sure.
I find that's the best rule for Twitter.
What about you?
I'm working on a video right now. It might be Doug related,
What?
so keep an eye out on that.
You just winked.
I winked at the computer.
Yeah,
You
not
pulled
at
it
us.
off, I
Not
thought.
at either of us. Just at the
Just
computer.
at the computer. You guys are my friends on the internet. So yeah, look out for that. This episode's coming out, so look out for it when it's out.
I feel like this has been a lot more condensed. Like we
Yeah, we
actually
did
did power
it.
through.
We're an hour and 10 minutes, and I'm probably gonna cut it down a little bit. So that's a good length.
Wow.
That's a decent length.
We did it, guys.
There's lots of us to talk over each other, not to say that we don't miss the shit out of Yuri.
I miss him a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
He would have added a lot of
Yeah, he
Good
would have.
moments.
He adds a lot of quality, but
Yeah.
it does add time. Let's just do shorter and worse from now on.
Deal. Done.
Shorter and worse.
Shorter and worse. Next time, let's try to get it under 50
And make it bad.
and make it terrible.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye, everyone. We love you.
Bye. We love you.
Do I hit stop or do I hit?